Electron transport chain. What starts this whole process? Let's think of what was made during Krebs, and that's what starts ETC. ATP is going to be used by the cell. So that is the whole point of cellular respiration, so the cell has energy to function. Yes?
Isn't it like O2 and NADH?
I'll take NADH. What else?
NAD.
O2, because that's our missing reactant. And?
NAD.
Nope. NAD turned into NADH. And? ATP is used by the cell. Good job. FADH. And let's say you didn't know. Now, during the electron transport chain, electrons in NADH and FADH react with what? What else is my reactant? Oxygen. Good. And it's the hydrogen electrons. So add the word hydrogen. H plus electrons react with NADH and FADH. I'm sorry. The H plus electrons in NADH and FADH react with oxygen to make what? Water and ATP. The last time we worked on this chart, it was a little bit different. It was missing some information that I added, and I fixed it. So you guys filled in all this. Anybody know what my highlights are for? Who can tell me? But there's specific parts of the information that are highlighted. Yep.
The reactants and products.
Of what?
The cycle.
No. What cycle?
Glycolysis.
No. I'll go back to this question in a minute. Let's reveal electron transport chain reactants. Electrons in NADH and FADH combine with oxygen to make what?
ATP.
Water and ATP. Now, who can tell me what do my pink represent and what do my yellow represent? I'm going to read it to you. Glucose and oxygen make ATP, carbon dioxide, and water.
The pink are the products needed, and then the yellow is the, no, the pink is the reactants and the yellow is
Reactants and products of what?
the cellular respiration.
There you go. Pink is reactants of cellular respiration, and yellow are products of cellular respiration. We're going to go back. We had glycolysis, which took place where? Nope. Cytoplasm. If oxygen was floating around the cell, what happened next? What do we call Krebs and ETC if oxygen is floating around? Aerobic respiration. So glycolysis went into aerobic respiration, which takes place in the mitochondria because oxygen was around the cell. When oxygen is not around the cell, the rest of cellular respiration doesn't happen. It's a process without oxygen. What do you think it's going to be called? Anaerobic respiration, which is also known as fermentation. Tell me the products of glycolysis. NADH, 4 ATP with a net yield of 2. That's what starts it. No. What does glucose split into? Pyruvates. So we're going to start with a pyruvate. Where are we, by the way? What part of the cell? Cytoplasm. We never made it to the mitochondria because oxygen is not floating around, okay? Pyruvate's going to react with the other product of glycolysis, which is NAD, or the other reactants, and they're going to form lactic acid in humans, and in bacteria, they're going to form alcohol and carbon dioxide. No more ATPs are made, so the total net yield of ATP after glycolysis and after fermentation is 2. Anybody know what lactic acid is?
Basically, it's stuff
That makes your muscles sore. And what's the first thing you should do when that happens? Breathe. I promise you. Produce oxygen, right? And your cells will no longer go under fermentation. They will go through cellular respiration. So that's why, think about the name of aerobic exercise. You're supposed to take in breaths and exhale, take in breaths and exhale. Release the carbon dioxide and take in the oxygen.